Here's a trait of a bad manager that is more often praised by other managers, especially their bosses. According to MALIQ, who is an influencer here on TikTok, the one trait is that those bosses work 24/7 and they expect you to do the same. Let's talk about it. It's a couple of reasons why, in my opinion, why these type of managers do this type of behavior. One is that they want to be seen as in control, in charge, in front of their bosses. The second thing, these people are yes people. They say yes boss, yes boss, yes boss. The third thing is that even the boss itself, they praise reactive or firefighting behavior, and that's very typical of corporate America, where the person that turns out the fire is praised and given a promotion because they turned out the fire. So let's talk about why this happens. Because management takes a stance on reactive rather than proactive behavior. And what I mean, if you're a manager, you should be planning your workout. There should be very little reactive behavior that you do that causes disruption or takes people out of their normal schedule to do the work. Nothing, in my opinion, in my experience, is that important to call an employee off hours or on the weekend. If you're a manager and you're planning correctly and you're doing all the things up front, such as activity lists, reasonable expectations, planning, resourcing correctly, training, setting expectations, all those different things that I normally teach in my content, you will have very little reactive behavior that you can control. Now, there are some things that are out of your control. I get it. Those things come up. But if you ask the question about, hey, what priority this is, and can I schedule it through a period of time and complete it at this time, then that is your responsibility to negotiate those priority levels and schedule time completions. So if you have a boss, this is how you manage this. You have to get into the details and get ahead of it. For example, if your boss is already doing this, you have to schedule a weekly meeting to say, hey boss, what are some of the events that are coming up that I can properly plan and prioritize so that I can mitigate those and work those within my time frame. If your boss doesn't come up with anything and all of a sudden at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night they're doing that, then you have to make a decision. Say, can this wait until tomorrow or not respond at all? Then talk about those things. So the next day or the next weekly meeting, you can say, hey, there's two things that I want to talk about. They came up all of a sudden. Why did these happen? You have to get into the details. Hey boss, why did these happen? Right? Your boss is going to have to explain or try to explain, like, this is what happened and why did that happen? You have to use kind of the 5 why technique as you go through and try to get to the root cause of it. And you're going to find out the root cause of it could have waited. You're going to find out that many of those could have waited until like the next day or the next week. But this only happens, like I explained earlier, on number one is that they want to be seen as they want to fix this right now, when in reality, it doesn't really need to be. So if you have any questions or anything regarding that, please DM me. If not, please like, follow, and share this video.